Hey everyone, what is going on? So I have another shoutcast for you today in the Summer Cup, and this trainer has a YouTube channel, so I will leave a link in the description down below. So yeah, I mean, I haven't been playing in the Summer Cup. I've been mainly sticking to the Open Great League. I've just been enjoying it with the different new updates. But let me know if you've been playing in the Summer Cup or the Great League. But these battles are going to be in the Summer Cup, and the team is going to be double fire. So of course, the backline is going to hate water types with a passion, right? So that's why you have a grass type like Chestnut in the lead. So we'll see how these battles play out. This is a pretty long video, so if you stay throughout the entire video, let me know in the comments down below, and I really do appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for helping me reach 23,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane. Let's push for 24,000 and 25,000. Let's keep on climbing to my ultimate goal of 100,000. So if you're not subscribed, I would appreciate the subscription. It's 100% free. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these battles and see what we got going on for us. Of course, the Charizard is going to like to see this Victory Bell because as the Charizard, you do double resist the grass attacks. So Leaf Blade, not even going to be enough to KO. Now the Wolverine can come in, and the Wolverine will be hit with this Dragon Claw. It does have to shield, but the Blast Burn will be enough to KO the Wolverine. Wolverine, of course, received the Icicle Spear buff this season. So good game, well played. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. A Chestnut into Talonflame. Absolutely terrible unless you have Smackdown on the Chestnut, but you don't. So going to go ahead and switch into the Talonflame. No great response to fire types on this team. The best response is going to be your own fire type. But hit with that Brave Bird, that is painful. But Charizard can come in right now and go for the Dragon Claw. This Dragon Claw will KO. I imagine the opponent lets it go. No, they don't. I guess because they have a Brave Bird ready to go. They want to get a shield. So, okay, that makes sense. Now, if you're the Charizard, you can farm back down. But no, an Alolan Executor comes in. So, Alolan Executor is interesting because it's a Dragon and Grass type. So, it's not weak to fire. It's taking neutral damage. So out comes the Chestnut right now into this Executor. Executor will be able to go for a Seed Bomb, but that is resisted by the Chestnut. So we're going to go ahead and overfarm, going for the Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant is double resisted by the Alolan Executor, but hoping to get a shield. Oh no, the shields are down. Okay. Interesting not going for the super power, but that's fine. Gonna go ahead and let the Seed Bomb go, and that will KO. And now you can farm down with the Charizard. And maybe you wanted to get more farm with the Charizard, but either way, the Blast Burn is coming out from the Shadow Charizard. This is going to easily KO all of that ice and grass off of that, melt all of that ice off of that Abomasnow. Good game. Moving on, Chestnut into Beedrill. You love the backline on this Beedrill, so you do have to switch out. Gonna go ahead and do just that. But out comes an Emolga. So Emolga is another new Pokemon that got updated this season. It did receive Acrobatics. So, Acrobatics Emolga is an improvement, but Emolga is really frail. So, not the it is strong, but not the bulkiest Pokemon out there. It really cannot take this Flame Charge. So it does go ahead and shield that. And now another Flame Charge coming out. This is certainly going to KO the little Emolga. So Emolga, yep, just going to go ahead and get KO'd. The opponent allows it to go through, and the opponent wants no part of it and concedes that game. Good game. Alright, let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Chestnut into Dartrix. Now, Dartrix is another Pokemon that got updated with Leafage. So, switching into Talonflame, out comes Quagsire. This is rough. But let's see if the opponent lets this go. Let's see if they call the bait. Brave Bird coming through. Wow, it's going to connect. Now you do whatever you have to in order to win this matchup. Because you would love the Charizard on that Dartrix, right? So, shielding that, farming down, absolutely amazing. If you're the Quagsire, I feel like you have to shield. Wigglytuff coming in with Charm. But if the Talonflame does resist Charm. Now, it's still doing a lot. You are debuffed, but still, you're still resisting it. You're able to get off 2 Flame Charge attacks. The first one goes shielded. The second one is also going to pick up that shield. You'll love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Yeah, bringing in this Chestnut right now, and I actually understand that play because you want the other fire type on that Dartrix. Yes, the Summoning Voice is going to KO you, and you are weak to Charm him, but you just rely on this Charizard to win this game. So definitely going to go ahead and shield this one up, and then you can continue to farm up. And that's exactly what is going to happen. Farming up enough. This is, even if this doesn't KO, you could wing attack down, and this might not KO. Oh, it does, I guess. Oh no, I think the opponent switched out. I don't think it KO'd, but either way, this will definitely KO the Dartrix. Easy KO, and it didn't KO the Wigglytuff, but wing attack. And that is going to be a good game. Very well played to both trainers. Moving on, Chestnut into Blastoise. You love this lead, right? Opponent's actually staying in. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this Frenzy Plant right now into the Blastoise. Blastoise will shield it up. This is a Hydro Cannon. This is not an Ice Beam. You don't have to shield this one. So just going to go ahead and let it go. And there we go. So Charizard is coming in, and now out comes Talonflame. So I think if you are the Talonflame, you do go straight Brave Bird, because if the opponent wants to shield, they could shield it, right? But then they'll be down 2 shields. So let's see what the opponent decides to do. And they do actually decide to shield. I guess if you were the Talonflame, maybe you could have went one more Incinerate. No, I think this is fine. Because you have 2 shields. So yeah, you're going to let the Talonflame go. You're going to bring in your Charizard. And you will have that Chestnut. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw right now. So this Dragon Claw is not enough to KO. One more wing attack, but they do get off an attack. Going to go ahead and invest the shield. So when the Blastoise comes in, going to go ahead and definitely pivot out into the Chestnut. Actually going to switch out into Chestnut now to get ahead on energy. Okay, so out comes that Blastoise. Very interesting. So the Blastoise, what's in the back? Because this is going to KO the Blastoise. Well, we do see an undercharge. Still enough to KO. And it's a Venusaur. Okay, very interesting not to bring in the Venusaur. Because then if you brought in the Venusaur, you resist all these attacks, and then you would have had the Blastoise against the Fire type in the Charizard, right? And now you have the Venusaur on the Charizard, which you don't want. Maybe a misclick by the opponent. But either way, that's fine. Going to go ahead and see that shield right now. And now we do see a Dragon Claw come into the Venusaur. And this is going to, well, it looks like the opponent may have quit out. Sometimes when this happens, it means the opponent forced quit. I don't really know. But either way, good game, well played, able to take that one. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Chestnut into Noctowl. Definitely a bad lead. You got to pivot out into your Talonflame. And that's exactly what happens. Out comes Swampert. Going straight Brave Bird. I mean, you need this Brave Bird to land because you need to flip switch. So hopefully they don't shield. They do not shield that Brave Bird. Able to take switch there. You absolutely love this. That's crazy. Wow. But out comes Quagsire. So flying double Mud Boys, which is actually a team I was running in the Open Great League, but I was running it with Wishcash instead of Swampert. But Swampert obviously is great. Probably better, right? But, I mean, Talonflame did its job. Now you have the Chestnut on this Quagsire, which is what you want, and you have the Charizard on the Noctowl. So this is really good. You resist all these attacks. You can just go for the straight farm down. We might see a switch out, but doesn't really matter. We do see a switch out now. The Charizard is coming out. You do have 2 shields. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up. Could have thrown a superpower into the Noctowl before dipping out, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I guess the reason to do that is because then you could just throw Dragon Claws into the Noctowl instead of having to throw the Blast Burn. But Blast Burn, you're going to be able to make it to 2 Blast Burns regardless. So we do see 1 Blast Burn come out right now. This Blast Burn is going to pick up the shield it has to, and the next one will KO, right? So this is going to KO this Noctowl, and yeah, this is going to be a beautiful win because Quagsire is coming in. And honestly, you don't even need that Chestnut for the Quagsire because this Dragon Claw will be enough to KO, and that is a good game. Well played to both trainers. Moving on, let's see what we got. Chestnut into Noctowl. Another Noctowl back-to-back. Going to go ahead and switch out into Talonflame. Out comes another Mud Boy. Quagsire. Let's see if the Quagsire lets this go. Going to go ahead and go straight for the Brave Bird. They let it go. Holy smokes. That is insane. They let that go. So now you do whatever you have to flip switch. Not going to shield it. Calling the Mud Bomb, and it is Mud Bomb. Oh my gosh. What a huge, huge call. I would have shielded that. I would have been like, I got to flip switch no matter what. The Quagsire shields that. Now you shield this because even though this will be a Mud Bomb, it still probably KOs because you're debuffed, and now you just farm down. Even if they get to another one, you shield, but they don't make it to another one. That is huge. Second time in a row, able to flip switch against the flying type, which is huge because Chestnut wants no part of it. I wonder if this is another double water team. No shield. No shield. So Charizard is coming in. We're going to see an attack come in from this Noctowl. Shadow Ball doing so much damage, and it's going to be Noctowl double Mud Boys again, but able to flip switch, so you're going to be able to take this one. Okay, just going to let this go. Yeah, just going to let this go. This is Mud Bomb. Now, to be fair, you do have to watch out for the Blizzard, but you can just honestly just farm down, shield the attack that comes in, because Blizzard will KO you, and even if it didn't KO you, it would get you incredibly low. So good shield, and now Noctowl is coming in, going to be able to get to 2 superpowers. So going to go ahead and throw 1, and able to get to another one and take this game. So really, really tight game, but able to win that one. You'll love to see it. Very well played. Very well played. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. We'll see how the next game goes. Chestnut into 3rd flyer in a row. Can you flip this matchup as well? Pidgeot is staying in. Pidgeot is going to go ahead and throw an attack. I do like this from the opponent, but is it a Brave Bird? It's not a Brave Bird. That's really unfortunate. They could have Brave Bird and dipped. A lot of times you do see that, but they actually went for the Feather Dance, expecting the shield. So well played by the opponent, but it's going to be a Diggersby coming in. Going to go ahead and go for another Flame Charge right now. That Flame Charge will connect. And okay, so an Earthquake, it is single resisted. It will still do a lot of damage. They go for the Fire Punch. Another Fire Punch will get you low. It will not be enough to KO. Now you are pretty boosted. I mean, obviously the Spray Bird will be enough, but nah, they have to shield, right? They have to shield. No, they don't. They're able to flip that switch 3 times in a row, flipping the flying switch matchup. That is crazy. Let's see. Going to bring in the Chestnut right now. But unlike the other games, this is not double water or double Mud Boys, what Chestnut would love, right? So going to go ahead and go for the superpower and then switch. Able to pick up that shield. Not switching. Not switching. Okay. The wing attacks do so much damage. Just going to sacrifice the Chestnut. And now out comes the Charizard. You know this is a Feather Dance, but it's safe for the opponent to, yeah, you can't, because you can't win this now. Because you have no shields. A Body Slam will be enough to KO you. You are double debuffed, right? So gonna go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw right now. Gonna go ahead and go for the Blast Burn, which will be enough to KO the Pidgeot, but you have nothing against that Vigoroth right now, which is incredibly healthy. Yeah, good game. Well played to both trainers. Not able to win that one, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. Chestnut into Gravelly. You absolutely love to see this matchup. You don't want the backline on it. Out comes a Jumpluff. This is fantastic. This is great. This is way too soon for Acrobatics. Aerial Ace? It might be Aerial Ace. It is Aerial Ace. Okay. So that is good. You really don't have to shield anything here. I mean, Acrobatics would do a lot, but you don't have to shield any of these attacks. So gonna charge up for 2 Flame Charge attacks. I like that play. If they shield, which I don't anticipate, you can just get off another one. Yeah, they don't shield. There was no way they were flipping that matchup. Able to get off a Brave Bird, which is actually double resisted, right? Because you have the electric typing and the rock typing. But I guess because you boosted, it would still do a lot. Chestnut coming in, out comes it's double grass. I mean, that's a Charm user, but it's still a grass type. But yeah, great matchup. The Charms is still doing a lot, but it's still a great matchup for the Charizard. Charizard is going to go ahead and go for this Dragon Claw right now. Not enough to KO because it's double resisted, but that is okay. So going to go ahead and shield that Grass Knot right there. And Graveler is coming in. Going to go ahead and go for the Blast Burn. I mean, the Graveler does not have to shield it, but look how much it does. But the Graveler can't beat the Chestnut, because you could take these attacks. Probably no shield. Yeah, no shield here. Rock Blast, that's fine. And you just farm down. They do get to another attack. You shield just because you have it. But no matter what it was, it is a Rock Blast. You live that. Good game. Well played. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Okay, Chestnut into Blaziken. Okay, not really too good. You gotta leave into the Talonflame, but look how much damage Counter is doing. Just because of Blaziken has such a high attack, it's insane. So gonna go ahead and take that Blaze Kick. You know it's a Blaze Kick. Gonna go ahead and go for the Flame Charge right now, hoping to pick up a shield from the opponent. But will they shield? They will shield. Very nice. Able to get to another Flame Charge. This Flame Charge, will it be enough? I mean, Blaziken is... Oh, no, it's not enough. If you shield, that Incinerate goes through, but just going to let it go. Not going to shield. You don't know what's in the back. You do take shield advantage. Not switch advantage. Taking shield advantage, but let's see what comes in. Sunflora! Is it double grass? Maybe that's why the opponent didn't switch out. Yeah, I guess... I mean, that makes sense to take... shield advantage over switch advantage, right? Because you know it's not going to be a water type because they would have brought a water type into the Talonflame. So you farm down the Sunflower. I'm not even familiar with Sunflower's movesets, but it's actually a Venomoth. So this Venomoth is going to get melted right out of the battle. Good game, well played to both trainers. Able to take that one. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. So Chestnut into Dedenne. Okay. So here's the thing, like, obviously you don't like to play rough if you're the Chestnut, but the backline doesn't like discharge. So I guess the correct play is to stay in, but the problem is if they have a water type, that's kind of scary. I think what you want to do is shield and then farm down, because even if you can take a play rough, and I'm not positive that you can, but even if you can, you probably could take it. If there's a water type in the backline is in trouble. I'm going to go ahead and go for this Frenzy Plant right now. And I actually have a follow. Thank you so much, Mix Match, for that follow. I'm not streaming on Twitch, but you can still follow, of course. So I do appreciate that notification and that follow. So shout out to you, my friend. So Chestnut is going to go ahead and get off this attack right now. And that will pick up that shield. Can you make it to a superpower? You can make it to a superpower. This is going to KO. So now even if they have a water type, it really doesn't matter at this point because you do have a shield. And you have two Pokemon. And they actually do. They have a Jellicent, which generally wouldn't be good, but you do have two. You do have a shield. You do have two Pokemon left, and that Blast Burn does a lot of damage to the Jellicent. You don't even need the Talonflame, so Dragon Claw will be enough to KO, and that is going to be a great game. Very well played to both trainers, able to take that one. Very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Chestnut into Tropius. Not good. You got to go into the Talonflame. Talonflame acting as the safe swap. It's a Razor Leaf. Tropius. Starmie coming in. Starmie coming in. OMG. The water gun damage is real. Doing so much damage. Going to go ahead and go for this Flame Charge. That will pick up the shield. So nice bait. You wouldn't have made it to a Brave Bird, so you do have to throw the Flame Charge. But they should know it's a Flame Charge, and they don't shield. Unfortunately, you cannot flip switch there, but you do get shield advantage, though, which is good. So, I don't know what it could be throwing, to be honest. Ooh, Psychic. Oh, I felt that Psychic. That's the benefit of using the Pokemon that you don't see too often, right? I mean, you could catch your opponent off guard if you're not familiar with Psychic. I mean, you know it's a Psychic type, but you just don't think about it. You don't know it has that move. You're not familiar with it. I get it, right? I get it. So Charizard will go ahead and protect itself right now. Going to be a Discharge. And now going to get off this Blast Burn, which will do so much damage. I think the Stunfisk barely hangs on, but it does do a lot. And it does barely hang on. You do have to protect the Charizard in this situation. And that's exactly what you will do. And then you will Wing Attack down right now. Very nice. And if you could make it to a Blast Burn before they make it to an attack, and you can because that's Razor Leaf, you're going to be able to KO. Charizard's also double resisting Razor Leaf attacks. So despite the Starmie landing that Psychic onto the Chestnut, still able to overcome it. Well played. Okay, Poliwrath, this is where you want to see it because the Scold for the back line is going to be tough. And yes, it could have Ice Punch, but you can take an Ice Punch. Ice Punch, not the strongest move in the game, especially when it's from a non-stab Pokemon. They just let it go. Another water type coming in, but it's also an ice type, so it's doing super effective damage. Going for the Frenzy Plant. This is to prevent yourself from getting debuffed, because Superpower is super effective as well, but you don't want it to get debuffed, right? So Chestnut is going to go ahead and make a call to shield this. And try to get to another attack, able to get to another Frenzy Plant, but will the opponent shield this, or will the opponent let this one go? The opponent is going to go ahead and commit that final shield. Can you make it to a superpower? Barely able to, and even though you are debuffed, what are you, double debuffed? This, I think, still KOs. It does KO the Dugong. Let's go. Out comes Vigoroth. Going to go ahead and bring in that beautiful Charizard. And yeah, there's nothing this Vigoroth can really do. Blast Burn should KO the Vigoroth. And even if it didn't, it would get it like 1 HP or something. And yeah, it KOs. Woo! We are going on 20 minutes, but we have more battles for you. let's go ahead and continue on. Thank you so much. If you're still here, let me know in the comments down below. Picking up the Dream Lead, Lanturn. Chestnut loves it. Chestnut loves it. So the switch into Ferrothorn, actually staying in. Ooh, going to go ahead and go for the Frenzy Plant. Trying to pick up early shields, I guess. Yeah, able to actually pick up that shield. Now going for the superpower. Now I don't know if they're going to shield. Let's see if they shield. They do shield, and now you switch into the Talonflame. Very interesting that instead of going straight into your fire type, just getting both shields with the Chestnut, and they don't have Thunder, which is good for you. So you could just safely farm this all the way down. So you're not only going to win switch, but you got 2 shields. That doesn't happen every day, right? So great situation. I see no win condition for the opponent here. I don't know what's in the back, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it could be. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be an Arceus, which isn't even in the game. And I see no win condition from the opponent here. But we'll see. We'll see. Crazy things, I guess, can happen. It is a Pidgeot, so that's fine. Go for the superpower. Stall out the switch time. Do some damage to the Pidgeot, and then switch out into your Charizard. And okay. This could be a Brave Bird. Gonna go ahead and shield. It is a Brave Bird. Because it is, you might be able to wing attack down. Yeah, just gonna be able to wing attack down and going to be able to get off the Blast Burn, which honestly won't KO, but it will get the Lanturn low, and it does get the Lanturn low. And the Lanturn, the opponent, I respect, not giving up, fighting it out. I would have surrendered by this point in time, I'll be honest. The opponent sticking it out to the very end. But still going to lose that. Well played to both trainers. Moving on, Toxapex in the lead. This is interesting because you don't really like the poison attacks at all. Swampert is coming in. Can you land a Brave Bird? We have seen Brave Bird land in the past, but Talonflame is going to go ahead and protect itself from that Hydro Cannon. Going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird right now. Going straight for it, but this time the opponent is going to go ahead and have no part of it. They are going to go ahead and shield. Oh, nice counting by the opponent. The opponent is going to be able to get off this attack right now. Going to be a Hydro Cannon that will be enough to KO, but out comes the Swampert. Swampert wants to farm down, and it will be able to. Going to go ahead and shield. Maybe afraid of Sludge Wave? Oh, it does actually have Sludge. I wasn't expecting Sludge Wave because there's a Toxapex, and I thought maybe you'd use the Toxapex as the poison user, but no, it did have Sludge Wave, so that was a good call. Frenzy Plant, gonna do a lot. It's neutral damage, able to get off another one. So, very nice indeed. Let's see if the opponent shields this one. The opponent will shield that. Can you make it to another? There's no shields. A Sludge Wave will be enough to KO. Or Gunk Shot. It is Gunk Shot. Okay. So, out comes Charizard. Charizard is going straight for the Blast Bird. Not confident that the Dragon Claw would KO. I feel like it would have, but I guess you don't want to risk it. And now out comes Trevenant. Oh my gosh, you're going to outpace. Yeah, they're going for the catch, but they want to turn early. So Charizard is actually going to be able to win this one. You love to see the Trevenant. Trevenant, of course, did receive a huge nerf. Seed Bomb takes more energy to get to now. But still going to see it occasionally, I guess. But it's kind of like the Nido Queen where you just don't see it anymore. You know, it's once in a while, but... that Seed Bomb really, really hurt it a lot. Alright, moving on. We have Chestnut into Swampert. We got more battles for you. Great matchup. They tried to catch, not able to. Into the Talonflame, trying to catch that maybe Frenzy Plant. So Talonflame is going to go ahead and protect itself right now. Going to be a Flame Charge. Going to go ahead and go for this Brave Bird. Just going to go ahead and go straight for it. And that will be enough to KO. And now out comes the Swampert. Swampert is going to be able to get off this attack. It's going to be Hydro Cannon. And now out comes the Chestnut. Chestnut is going to just go ahead and go for this beautiful, beautiful farm down. And it's going to be able to get it as well. Hydro Cannon is not going to do much. And yep, Chestnut is going to go ahead and farm down. As you're coming in, you're lucky you have loaded energy on this Chestnut, right? This is actually going to be the last battle. We do have more battles from this trainer, but unfortunately I'm running out of space on my computer, so I'm going to have to end it and delete other things and get this video out. This is the second time recording this. I got up to like 25 minutes, like 26 minutes, and then I ran out of space and nothing saved, so I had to record I deleted some things, but I'm afraid it's not enough. So I'm going to end the video there. Great battles. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.